What's up, everybody? Welcome to the K-Pop Kimchi Podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, Justin Turno, with my co-host, Brian Limper, and we are right back in the studio after an epic journey this last week.
Yeah, normally we save these concert review things for, like, trips home as, like, special episodes, but we literally came home, like, 24 hours ago, so we were like, you know what?
Yeah.
We'll just do it for this week's episode because we have a lot to talk about.
Worked out really well that the Purki trip came on a Thursday. Said, hey, I'll see you tomorrow at this time. So here we are.
It's very, very true because that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
We came back and went to work.
Yep. Good old, it was just funny. Just good old normal Friday.
It's another Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, we went and saw Purple Kiss twice.
Yeah.
And it was pretty great. So
it was.
We'll share the whole information with you since I did not record that vlog I said I was going to make.
This is
which I'm kind of glad I didn't.
This is what we like to call the audio vlog, aka
Although it would
a
have been
podcast.
pretty sick because we did go see something super cool.
We saw some really great stuff, aka one really great thing.
And the weather's actually pretty decent. And we stayed in some pretty sick hotels, so.
I will say, hotel's really nice. We'll timeline it. We'll timeline it.
But as far as K-pop stuff goes, it was kind of busy with Purple Kiss.
It was all
Purple
Purple
Kiss.
Kiss. It was all Purple Kiss. That's what last week was all about. It was all about the Purki Headway Tour. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't really know what else happened, if anything happened or people came back.
Shout out to everyone going to see Triple S. Good for you.
Yeah, we gotta go do that in a couple days.
I hope everyone's Triple S dreams are coming true.
It looks awesome so far.
I hope everyone's... It does look really good.
Some of the best solo pictures I've ever seen.
The picture thing is really sick because it's a very much like you can kind of do whatever.
Yeah,
so.
it's kind of wild. We got to think of something actually
We've seen some goofy ones. But shout out to everyone seeing Triple S. Shout out to everyone seeing Purple Kiss because they still got a few shows left. Like
they do.
We kind of saw them in the middle of the tour. But they still got
some more stuff going on.
Gosh, if you can see them, go see them.
Definitely
you won't regret it.
Do it. But yeah, let's get into our Now What You Came For this week because there's not really anything else to talk about.
Yeah.
Because we just went to Purple Kiss.
Yep.
So.
Absolutely.
We pretty much just listened to my random playlist while we were driving because we had a lot of driving that we had to do.
That is true.
Because I think, on the way there it was probably 7-8 hours.
Yeah.
Then afterwards, we drove to Memphis, and it was another 3 hours, maybe 2.5, 3 hours. Because we made some stops, obviously.
Right.
And then the drive back was probably another 8 hours. 'Cause, I mean,
we made another few
stops. We just keep making stops. We stopped at other places. So.
Sure.
But we did have some time to listen to some random playlists that I have, and a song I'm going to recommend is a song that came on my just random liked songs playlist we played when we first left.
Yeah.
And it's a song called Summertime by an old school emo band called Mae. It's one of those ones that's I don't know, they're early 2000s band like all the other ones we listened to.
Yeah.
But something about the song is just really catchy, just gets stuck in my head all the time. And I listened to the songs in the album, not as good.
Not good. Yeah, and you were telling me it's crazy how bands just have that one really good awesome song and they just cannot replicate that magic at all in the rest of what they do.
It's not the same.
It's very weird. That does happen though.
But yeah, it's my recommendation. It's a really good song. Just I don't know what it is, the vocal melodies, just the way, it's not even the chorus, just I guess the verses just kind of sounds cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Summertime by Mae. It came out in 2004.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
We did listen to a lot of music. I don't have a song because I don't really know the song names, but a band that we listened to in the car, you might have recommended them before probably, but was Shadows.
Oh yeah.
We listened to a lot of Shadows, and I mean I knew you liked them, but I want to listen to them more because they just sound really great. Pretty much all the songs are cool. I really like the guy's voice. I think he has a really awesome voice, and they have a very nice mix of kind of heavy but kind of not, and it just flows together really well. I don't know if we listened to full albums, but I know we listened to a lot of songs, and it was just really good.
Yeah, the whole playlist is just all their albums.
Okay, yeah.
So we probably listened to 3 or 4 full albums.
Because I know we listened to them a lot. I think that was kind of the way down too, but it was good stuff. That's my Not What You Came For. I gotta check them out a little more too.
He's from Fact.
Yeah.
He's the lead singer of Fact. You've heard us talk about him before.
Right.
It was him and I think maybe the guitar player, bass player are from Fact, and they started a new band. And they're called Shadows.
Yeah, they're cool. A great band name.
You have no idea how hard it is to find a group names where it's Fact,
I know.
Shadows.
It's just generic.
It's all capital letters, and you have to try to track them down.
Sometimes it'd be really hard It was like that one post someone had. It was like, you have no idea how hard this is, and the group's name was K-pop.
Yeah.
This is a random boy group named K-pop. But yeah, that was really good. We had a lot of easy listening. Actually, shout out on the way home. I mean, not what you came for because it's K-pop, but the boy group playlist was awesome. That powered us through like the whole way home, pretty much.
Yeah, we literally listened to that for like 5 hours.
It was like the whole trip was just the boy group playlist you had, and it was like, man, great song. It's just Lemonade, and like
yeah, all the way back, we listened to that. On the way down
only.
there, we listened to like the entire discography of like Man Overboard.
Yeah. Oh, we did do that too. Yeah. But yeah, that's it was a good time for listening to music.
I don't even know, besides seeing them live, how many girl groups we even listened to or girls singing at all, because
I can't think of much.
on the way down there we listened to a lot of like bands.
We list Shadows and Man Overboard, and then the way back I just know we had a heavy hitting of the boy group playlist.
Yeah, so I mean I don't even know if we listened to
and
really
some
girl groups.
And some what's her name? Who we always listen to in the car.
Oh, Saint Connect.
Yeah, we listen to them too because that's a given. I was ready for that one to play too, but it was good. Good listening. We started out Monday night. Trip started Monday night after work.
Shit, you're right. It did.
We had a full work day on Monday.
It felt like every day was like a Saturday.
I know, it was weird. It was we kept saying that. It was really weird, but
yeah. I
yeah.
experienced a lot of Saturdays.
Like Monday, we left after you got off 4:30, I got off 5, I came right over, and then we left for Little Rock, Arkansas.
And really that drive wasn't bad. It just took us on some like really weird
Oh my gosh.
back highway, like old Route 66, like abandoned highways. Like I'm talking about like it was a highway, but some of them were like 2-lane ones, it's like you and 1 lane going the other direction. And there's like no exits.
There's just like
no like gas stations to pull over
Oh
to,
my
like no
gosh.
loves, like no.
None.
How long did we drive for before we even found another gas station?
There's just like so many roads that took us on. We had a great it was like clear. There's luckily no rain, snow, anything. Like it was clear, but there's just multiple times in that trip where we're just like driving and there's no one around us, no lights. You look to the side and it's just like trees either side. I'm like, if something happened out here to us, no one's gonna know.
Oh, we were driving. And
like,
I asked him. I was like, "Dude, how long do you think we're gonna go before it's just gonna be us on the road?" Oh, the crazy thing ever was like I don't know if it was like the heat because it was kind of hot when you were driving or what.
Oh,
but we go to like the mountains because it's not. I don't know if they're really mountains.
Not really mountains.
There's like a lot of hills, like
hills,
really high
though.
hills, right?
Hills though.
I don't know if it's the altitude or what, but every once in a while, my entire car would fog up where you like could not see anything.
Oh my gosh!
And then it would just like go away.
If we like went up a hill a certain amount, it just like hit this weird condensation fog, and your front windshield would just immediately become fogged up. But then, if you drove down a little bit, it would just like magically go away. It was weird. We actually drove through a lot of actual fog too.
Yeah,
like,
there was a lot of
there's
fog.
like random spurts of fog in the dark, desolate forest of darkness, and I'm like, what goes on out here? Like,
yeah, I don't even know where we were.
I think it was just like deep in Missouri, deep in wherever the heck, I don't know. But there was a lot of very windy roads. One of them led us through a small, creepy town.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
That led us onto the highway somehow. I don't know. It was very strange.
The other best part about that whole adventure, though, is because we finally got to our hotel, which is actually pretty nice. Was that we kind of planned ahead for once, and we got like some ramen noodles and some stuff to eat when we got to the hotel.
We stopped at a Walmart somewhere.
Because the problem is we always like get there super late.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I'm hungry. Like, what food is there? Like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And the answer is none. There's not any.
Right.
So
even in
stopped,
a city, there's none.
And we're like, hey, we'll get some ramen, we'll get some snacks, chips and salsa, whatever. So when we get to the hotel, we'll actually have something to eat. Of course, first things first, we get there. No forks. Didn't bring any of the forks. Nor do I have some.
No forks.
No chopsticks. Not shit.
Nope.
Then we're like, you know what? Do they even have a microwave here? Like, how are we going to heat this up? No microwave. Then we're like, well, maybe we can just, like, use some hot water. Get some, like, hot water out of the Keurig. Because you also have, like, your own coffee thing,
Sure.
Nope. Didn't have that either.
Nope.
Turned on the water to see if it's hot. Lukewarm.
Yeah,
like, we are not cooking these tonight.
We couldn't really get hot water that night.
Because the shower wasn't even that hot either.
No. Nope. It was okay, but not hot enough for, like, making noodles.
Yeah. The only saving grace to that was when we woke up the next morning to, like, get ready for the show. We, like, walked around just to see what was going on. And we were legit, like, a 4-minute walk from the venue.
Well, yeah, I gotta say, besides all those things, you said it. Our hotel was really nice. Like, it was a very nice hotel. They just like didn't. Well, they also didn't have a trash can, which is weird.
That is also very.
But
weird.
like, it was really nice, and you're right. We were on the street of the venue. It was a 4-minute walk, so that's how close that was.
Past the police station, they were on horses.
There was like horses and police stations. It was actually funny because the venue got moved like a while ago, and the venue it was supposed to be at was like literally like catty corner on the same block. It was
it was like legit.
It was like right next
across
to
the street from the parking garage we parked in.
Yeah, like we were like, oh look, that's where they were supposed to play. Now that's where they're playing now. So we probably went out and checked it out around, I don't know, like 10:30, 11, something like that.
Yeah, it wasn't like early or anything.
And we're like, let's just go walk down to the venue because it's 4 minutes away. And we
because our checkout time for once was like 12 o'clock. It wasn't.
Yeah,
like
we had
early.
a little bit of extra time with that. We're like, we'll see what's up. And then we walked down by the venue, which I forgot what it was called. Was it the Rev Room?
Yeah, the Rev Room.
Rev Room in Little Rock, and we didn't know what we were gonna like expect as far as like people waiting. And there was like 5 people in line.
Yeah.
So we're like, if we go wait, it's 11. We only have to wait about 3 hours until the check-in. We will definitely be in the front row.
And it really wasn't like we had nothing else to do.
Yeah, there was nothing, and it was like so close to the car. There was a lot of places, which I guess we didn't really eat anything, but there was a lot of places to like eat or like call. Like it was a nice little road that had stuff, and it was like a fine area. You know what I mean? Just kind of the downtown. So we went, checked out the hotel, got the stuff, and went and sat down in line. We were like number 6 and 7.
We were, yeah.
We're like, well, if we go do this, we will be in the front row. So
we're gonna do it. This is the time to do it because there's nothing else to do.
Yeah, so we just went and sat down.
Because we didn't really want to drive and go anywhere else either because my car was already parked in the parking
Yeah, we had like
garage that we paid for.
Because it was like the paid for parking with the hotel, so we didn't.
Might as well just leave it here.
And we're like, we can just throw everything in there because it's only super short. We can go like change or not change, but put the other shirts on or whatever. So yeah, that was really nice.
It was really.
We
nice.
met some cool K-pop friends while waiting in line, as you do, because everyone's just sitting there or standing there.
Everyone's just super happy.
Everyone's just ready for a Purki. Everyone loves Purki. But we met some cool people. It's just funny how everyone is like weirdly connected with everyone else because they're like, oh yeah, I've heard of this person or gone to shows here, blah blah blah, or like know about this. So that was really cool. But yeah, that wasn't too bad.
So yeah, we pitched our podcast to a lot of people too. So if you're listening to this, thanks for actually checking us out.
Check it out. But it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was like a little chilly, but way better than the temperature was here. So.
I was gonna say I was kind of cold, so I like went and put a sweatshirt on underneath of my actual like jacket, my windbreaker I was wearing. But it was still like 53 degrees.
Yeah, it was like not bad, and it wasn't like raining or anything. It was just kind of cloudy. So
it was just a little bit of a kind of chilly when the wind was blowing.
It was like on a main street down there, so it was pretty busy in the front of the venue.
Actually, I was kind of shocked.
There's a lot going on.
The area was in was actually extremely nice because you always hear about how dangerous Little Rock is, and like Arkansas is, you know. This was actually a really nice place.
It was nice.
Maybe it could be because we were down the street from the police station.
Yeah, they're literally like driving the horses up and down, riding the horses up and down.
It was like just a nice area in general.
It was cool. We saw. They pretty much had to unload everything for the show in front of the venue, so there was like so much commotion with all the Leo staff and like the buses and the vans, and like even at one point the girls ran in, whatever. But there's like those people were they had to go buy more subs or like speakers from
like the music center,
Guitar Center or something. Like, okay, go pick like.
It was wild. They really were just like coming in and dropping people off and like.
Or like dropping food off, like.
Was like going. Just randomly, he'd hop in a van and take off and then come back and then do something else. And like always doing stuff.
There's like multiple, like 12 maybe bigger passenger vans that the Leo people were driving, and then just park, leave, park.
Just nonstop.
Like, there was like a black and a white when I'm like, what are you guys going and doing? Like, I don't know.
One time, one came back and literally just had like a case of water.
He had like a case of water. I was like, yeah. Then someone had to go to Guitar Center. We're always like, oh, maybe they're going to bring like a load of people back or something. Never did.
Nope, just a bunch of like literally random stuff. Like one of them were like random McDonald's.
I'm pretty sure someone just had food. Or like
the thing that's really crazy about it is they weren't like gone for a long time at all. They'd be gone for like 5-10 minutes, come back.
I'm like, where are we going? And then like someone walked back with donuts. Like,
yeah.
I was like, what is everyone's job here today? I feel like we're just driving in circles.
It was kind of weird too, because since we were standing there and unloading and loading, so it was kind of a really small place. Like, I mean, like extremely.
This
small.
place was tiny.
Maybe the smallest venue we've ever been to.
I think it is. I can't think of a smaller one.
And we actually saw the girls go in.
Yeah, and of course.
I thought they were there already.
I know, we thought they were there, and of course it was time for like the girl to come out and kind of explain like how the check-in line is getting ready. And of course, like right when she gets in front of everyone, she's like, "Hey, everyone," because like there was a line that kind of formed after us, and like right when she tried to get everyone's attention, of course, like Purple Kiss runs in, and everyone like looked and like.
She's like, all right, I'll wait another 30 seconds.
There's just like so much commotion on the road. There was at one point they were trying to move a porta potty somewhere.
There's like people like yelling and like, what's going on over here? Like just random.
Yeah, like who's playing? They're like Purple Kiss. They're like, I don't know what that is. Like, of course you don't.
People's like parking and like
people just bringing more food. It was like the most hectic little street of all time. Yeah, because the porta like.
The chicken place right next to it was like apparently world famous.
Oh my gosh.
I kid you not, there's probably 400 people that went in there to get
Maybe
chicken.
that's why it was so busy, because everyone's going to this chicken restaurant, which is literally next to the venue, like, door.
Like literally right next to it.
Like, the doors are right next to each other. Some of the people in line got it. It did look really good, but so many people were going to that.
Like an unbelievably large amount.
It's just, I guess it's just funny because we're just, like, sitting there, right? So it's literally, like, people watching this, like, all this stuff going. It was, like, the most hectic thing of all time.
It's kind of crazy.
There was so much nonsense, but... We got checked in at like 2 o'clock, and we were number 6 and 7, I believe.
It was nice because we've never really been that early, I guess, to where it mattered.
No.
But yeah, once you get your little number, you just like leave.
Yeah, they have your everything bracelets with the number already on them, so you're like locked in at that. So we were number 6 and 7. There's actually some people there before us, maybe like 1 or 2. But they weren't everything ticket holders.
So they waited out there the whole time.
They waited longer than us, and then they had to get moved to the other like VIP line or VIP 2. I don't know what the other tiers are called, but so we actually were like, oh, we're like 9 or 10, and we ended up being like 6 or 7 because people got moved out in front of us because they weren't everything tickets, and we go in first. So that was nice because then we just went and took the chairs back and went back to the car and kind of like warmed up a little bit.
Yeah, my feet were frozen and my hands were cold, so we like went and sat in the like heat in my car
for like a couple hours, hour and a half or so.
Then we ate some whole grain Scoops chips.
Saved us, man. Those Tostitos.
The only nutrition we had the entire day.
We're like, should we eat? And I'm like, yeah. Oh, we got these chips. We just ate those in the car in the parking garage.
Yeah, we did.
We ain't waiting outside anymore.
Went back, and we got to go do our benefit stuff.
Yeah.
And we got to get some stuff signed.
Yeah, we started the fan sign was the first thing.
In the first stop, I got some Fairy Dragon tokens signed by one of each of the members. Because you guys know I play Magic. And one of my decks makes a lot of Fairy Dragons, so now I have like custom Fairy Dragons signed by each one of the members, so that's kind of cool.
That is cool.
Because I do use those every single week, so I actually make it.
You'll actually see you'll like see them all the time.
Yeah. Just get my Fairy Dragons out there, and people will be like, who signed that? And I'll be like, don't worry about it.
Me.
Because it'd be like way more work for me to just explain them where it came from.
Yeah. No, but that was good. We had a front row spot. We were like a little stage left, but we were literally like, we walked up to the stage. I mean, this place was so small.
It was like extremely.
It was so small. Like the little standing area, then there was like kind of like some steps after, and then farther back a bar. But this place was tiny, and they actually had like they put tape down. The staff did, so we backed up a little bit. But we were right on the tape. Like we were. Go look at the photo. You'll know exactly where we are.
Yeah, if you like go on our YouTube channel, I uploaded a video
like it was
from each stop, and you can see how close we were. Like I mean, we were close both times, but couldn't have been any closer at the one in.
No, we were front row for that
Little Rock,
which was like really amazing. It was really awesome.
Very small, very personable.
It was like unlike any show I'd seen just because of that reason. Like they were like right there.
Also, go check out our picture from the show on Leo Presents.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
You'll know exactly.
You'll see us.
You'll know exactly where we are. I've had people message me randomly like, "Hey, saw you in the picture." It's so funny, but we are so noticeable there.
Yeah, we're like you'll see us.
It's so close. But yeah, I mean everything was. I'm trying to think what you even do. You do the fan sign, then you do.
Then we did the group photo.
Oh, group photo. Yeah, I was like, what do we do after that? You do group photo, which I think that first one might turn out pretty cool.
Then after that, you do the sound check.
Yeah, sound check, and then you have to wait a little while for the actual show.
Oh, that was killer. My back was hurting.
Yeah, we were. I was dead that day. Like that was a killer.
Like I was so dead that when we got to doing like selfie time and stuff with the girls,
yeah,
I literally had like no energy to even, like interact with them. I was like, "What do you want to do?"
I know. I almost like felt bad because I was like, I'm gonna fall over.
Like I cannot give you my all and seem excited for you to do this right now because I'm like
I was very dead
I'm
too.
I'm like so tired.
But it was really exciting.
And my back hurts so bad.
But it was like it's so exciting because we learned from a friend who had won earlier that they're doing like this Polaroid event for each stop.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And you have to pretty much like tag certain things and like post on your story. and you be entered for like a chance to win. So we followed.
I don't really know how they pick who wins.
I don't really know either.
I don't know how many people really entered it.
You do it on Instagram, and you just tag, and I literally copied our friend AJ from Toronto won. I don't know what stop way earlier in the tour. So I was like, all right, man, like let's do it. Let's copy what he did. I pretty much did like the exact thing he did. I screenshot it, all the hashtags, all the location or where we were, and it was like cover arts. I don't know if that was the picture people or what, but you tag them, and honestly kind of forgot. But as we were waiting, and I'm just we're standing there.
I did too.
I totally forgot. I got a DM a bit like a not a. I got like a multiple line DM. Like who's messaging me like this little it's kind of a bigger DM. And it was like, Cover Arts. And I'm like, congratulations, you won the Polaroid event for wherever the heck, Little Rock. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude, I won. So I like immediately kind of like went to the check-in booth. Like I was like right on it, right when I read it. And I went up to the girl. And I was like, hey, I won the Polaroid event for this. And she's like, oh, amazing. And I was like, so is it like random or do I get to pick? And she's like, oh, it's like a lucky draw, so it'll be random. And I was like, well, that's pretty sweet. And I like pulled up my shirt because I had Yuki on it. I was like, I really like Yuki a lot. And she's like, oh, I see that, but it is random. And then I could see her like looking at the shuffling of it. She's like, it is random, but you never know. And she pulled it out. She's like, well, look who you got. You got Yuki. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're the best. So she like got it for me. Yeah, it was sick. It's a great photo. I mean, like we said, there's only one of each member for each stop, so it's pretty exclusive. So that was really awesome. I was really hyped about that. I got who I wanted. And then the show was really good.
Yeah, so I'll go over the set list for the first one, because I mean, it's the same one.
It was the same for both.
But first off, the very beginning of this was like the craziest opening sequence of all time. Which is freaking banger after banger after banger.
Oh.
So it came out with My Heart Skip a Beat, which is like one of my top 3 favorite songs they have.
Mm-hmm.
And normally they played at the end, but they like opened up with it. So electric.
It was so cool.
Then they went to Pre-Psycho, BBB, the greatest song of all time.
Yeah, BBB's like the greatest forever.
Nerdy. Then they did Can We Talk Again, which was like another one of the like pre-debut songs they had.
It was like the opposite of My Heart Skip a Beat.
Yeah, it was
like,
more kind of like more like vocally strong.
Yeah.
And that was like the first time they've ever played it on a tour, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Then they played Ajit, which is a great song.
Love it.
Toy Boy, M.E.M.
Banger.
Everyone gets hyped for that. Then after that, they did the little group stage, like I guess like little paired off.
Like units, yeah.
Yeah, unit stage. First one up was Going and E-Ray, and they did a cover of Standing Next to You by Jungkook.
Man.
Never knew that song was actually good until they performed it. Like,
dude,
it was like mind-altering.
I was like blown away by this. It was so good. I was like amazed by them too.
So I like took a video of it because my girlfriend really loves like BTS,
Mm-hmm.
So I knew she knew what it was. So I sent her the video of it, and she just goes, "Wow, that blonde-haired girl's amazing." And I'm like, "Yeah, E-Ray's pretty sick."
E-Ray's pretty great. That was like really, they were like so good at that. It was so awesome.
Then the next one was Yuki and Swan. They did Side to Side by Ariana Grande.
Just ridiculous.
And for all you who don't know, that's just a classic in our life from when it was performed on Produced 48.
I know, it's like all I thought about.
Never forget.
Pretty much same vibe as this one too.
Pretty much. And then the last one was Tail by Sunmi. That was done by Dosi and Chain. Amazing cover too.
So good. The unit stages were like some of my favorite parts. They were all like 10 out of 10 perfect. They were so good.
Then after that, they did Seven Heaven, Zombie, which got everybody super hyped, Light the Way, and then they got into the most like electric last 4 songs ever.
Oh my gosh.
Save Me, which is like the best intro of all time.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Straight into Sweet Juice.
Everyone's favorite.
Then Punzana, which has like just the nastiest breakdown
the
of all time.
The like so ending, the ending like crazy bass hit is just so. It was like I thought the building was gonna fall down.
It was amazing. And then they did On My Bike, which is obviously the song from Headway, which is their tour name because it's like touring for
like
that
the
album.
Title track of it.
But they did like a crazy like
oh my gosh
rock. Like alternate, like super heavy riff.
This like bridge part, and it was like so. It was like so heavy with like chant. I like freaked out. It was so sick. They're like headbanging. It was like so amazing.
I do have a video of that from when they performed it at Memphis. Yeah. Up on the YouTube channel if you want to go check it out.
Oh my gosh, it was so sick.
Then they left for a little bit, came back, and their encore songs were Sweet Nightmare, and then the ultimate encore song, Autopilot.
Autopilot is the #1 song to always perform in the encore.
But that was pretty much that set list. Great set list. It's pretty much the same thing except they switched.
They just kind of added a couple of the new songs in, which was great because it was like it's all bangers. It was It was really good. I mean, they had like 2 outfit changes and then encore fits, and those were sick too.
I will say, on the plus side of that tour, we saw, like, or I guess that stopped the whole tour. We had multiple stops, but on that stop, we met a bunch of cool people that we kind of like got to talk about K-pop with that haven't really watched it a lot. Because, you know, one of the things is I heard everybody talking about while we were there was not a lot of K-pop stuff comes to Little Rock.
Yeah.
So they're just excited to see, you know, a group, regardless of who it was.
Right.
So a lot of them didn't really know who Purple Kiss was till like a couple weeks ago, and then they bought tickets so they could see him.
Right.
So we got to talk about some K-pop stuff, some people, you know, that like kind of still getting into it and stuff.
Yeah.
Met this cool like older couple and their family.
Yeah.
So we were telling them about like going to K-Con and sick.
Oh yeah.
And the dad, I'm assuming it was the dad, was like super into NCT 127.
Love.
I'm like, well, you guys should go see them because
they
awesome.
were they like stood behind us kind of. They were
like
really nice.
One of the only boy groups you've ever actually paid real money to go see.
Yeah.
That was cool.
They were really cool.
But then the only downside was, for some reason I don't understand, which I don't really want to get into because it makes me mad, is
okay.
They like sold out of all their merch.
Oh my gosh, dude, so true. It's
like,
horrible.
You couldn't buy shirts.
There was no when like this stop. I mean, there was no T-shirts. There was no
like
T-shirts.
At all. No T-shirts.
None. There's
at all.
not 8XL. There's not 8 extra small. There's none. There was no T-shirts. They had the long sleeve T-shirt was like your only one available. The other tour shirts not available.
Like nobody could get.
There was only 4XL sweatshirts and small sweatshirts. Everything else gone. Like
ridiculous.
And I was like, oh, do you have like a stock for like each one that you kind of keep some behind? And they're like, you know, the merch was like, no, and we have to wait for it to come in, and it's probably not going to be here for tomorrow, so you're not going to get any T-shirts tomorrow either. So it's crazy how, and this has happened to us like every single time at these Leo shows, like especially with Purple Kiss.
And then even the jackets, the only jacket size you get were either small or 4X.
Right. It was just like it was gone.
Like I said, this really bothers me.
We're not even that. It was like halfway through the tour, and it's like, well, we got nothing. I mean, they had some other stuff because they had a lot of merch on this tour, but
mainly because like since I worked with t-shirt printing in different businesses for so long and they do events and stuff, I just don't understand how they can mess this up every single tour they have. Like every single one. It's not just one. It's every single one.
They always run out.
Leo's like great at everything, but that like just irritates the shit out of me. Like I just don't understand it.
I mean, I'm glad they're selling it and they're making money and the girls are making money, and so I'm glad people make money. I really am, but you make more money.
like all I'm saying is
there was not one T-shirt. It blew my mind. Not one.
In some shop, I don't know what they pay or who they pay, but I know for 100% fact there was orders that I did when I worked in screen printing shops where we turn over like 10,000, 20,000 shirts in like a night.
Yeah.
And get it out. It was gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you they're not ordering that many shirts.
It was crazy. I didn't expect that. So, right? Like I thought, I was like, okay, we're early enough in the tour that, you know,
you can at least get one shirt. There's like 5 different options.
There was no T-shirts. I was shocked that there was just none. They're like, oh, we don't have any. I'm like, okay.
Ridiculous.
So
like literally leaving $100 bills out there because everybody was trying to get shirts.
I know.
They told
we were going to. I guess. I don't really know when they're supposed to get them in. So maybe in a stop or two. I'm
guessing for their Florida stops because I'm pretty sure that's where the people that make their
the 4 Florida stops. Boom, there you go. You got T-shirts. So I really wanted the one with the motorcycle on it. Like
stupid.
And we didn't. We already missed out on the one from BXX with everyone on because that was sold out. I did get some. We did get some merch, but that was a bummer because we really wanted T-shirts. And I got pretty much most of my stuff in Little Rock. Yeah, and you're right though. Selfie time, I was just exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, we did like our. Also, it was kind of weird because it kept making us go outside the venue to wait because it's so small. There's no room for anybody.
We're just making big circles.
So we came in. We did like the high wave or high touch, which honestly, in my opinion, is like the biggest waste of money ever.
I was just gonna say, like, it's great, and if people if that's like literally all you can do, and that's like that's great if that's what you can kind of pay for, but. You know, it's just kind of spoiled us talking for how many we've done, and especially with Purple Kiss. It's like, with the everything ticket, you're kind of like, okay, like...
Can we just like, get this done?
Let's just kind of run through it. Like, let the other people do it. Like, they can go for me, you know?
Because, like, going through it legit... I don't know if anyone's ever done it here. If you have, you probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
There's, like, no type of personal time or anything. You literally, like, run through the thing and it lasts, like, 5 seconds.
If you tried to, like, give a high touch to everyone and say... just like the word hello to them, you like can't even keep up because that's how fast it is.
Yeah,
It was like
like,
hello,
I mean,
hello,
it's like
hello,
essentially
hello.
like you're done.
Like it just goes quick, and nothing was weirder than the one in Chicago for Festa Tour. We were literally sprinting.
No,
That
it was actually this is go go.
That was so weird. We were literally
like
running.
the army guys sending guys off.
I feel like even the girls are like, "What?" Yeah, I know. We were literally running, and it was like boom, 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 done. So I mean, this wasn't that, but it still goes very quick. So yeah, I'm with you again. Call us ungrateful, whatever you want to say. High touch, whatever. Like I'm glad that people get to do it. That really.
If not liking the high touch makes me ungrateful, then I'm ungrateful.
I'm just saying, like high touch is just it's just like. All right, well, it's just kind of goofy. Like, all right, well, I'll loop back around and see you in like 30 seconds.
They're like, oh, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, guys, we're going to see, like, we're taking a photo and then we're taking another photo.
It was funny because when we were in Memphis, the one security guard, because we had to keep going outside, he kept saying, like, have a great night. Thanks for coming. I'm like, dude, I'm going to see you.
I know, I'm like, come on, bro. Like, I'm going to see you in a minute. Like, come on, man. We're not done yet. We got a little more. So, yeah, I mean, I always get an extra photo for Yuki, but it was so tired. I was like, I'm not even doing it here. I'm going to save it for tomorrow.
Because, whenever we get, because he asked him, and the lady even said,
she's like, you got to go back out and wait in like the single ticket or like the not everything ticket self. And I was like, let's just leave. We got 2 hours.
I was like, it's the same ticket, dude. Just freaking get it tomorrow.
Yeah, I was like, we're going to go just do that. And that actually ended up working out really great. But so we left and drove to Memphis, Tennessee.
Yeah.
It was a few hours, a little over a few hours.
That drive was actually pretty nice. It did rain a little bit on that drive, but it wasn't too bad.
It was nice. We stopped at Walmart again and Casey's, and, we made it in time for the hotel. We called them, let them know we were going to be a little late, but it wasn't a big deal. Yeah, that hotel was really nice, too.
And the check-in guy was super cool.
He was super cool. He had that nice icy Taco Bell.
I will say that that hotel was extremely nice.
It was awesome.
The pool was like sick. We didn't go swimming, but the pool was really nice.
It was like in the middle of like all the rooms. It was like right out of our door was the pool. It was cool. Yeah, I liked that room a lot, and it was nice because we were at that room for 2 nights, so we didn't have to like go to bed and check out the next day, then go to the show. Like we knew after the show we were gonna be able to come back and just go sleep. So we pretty much we went to bed.
And it was great once I cracked the code on how to make the shower hot. It's just kind of like
oh my gosh, great shower. There was a Keurig to make ramen.
The Keurig, the ramen hot water makers, I like to call it.
There was, that's what they call it. There was a trash can, insane.
The only downside was, the only hotel I've ever been in my life where there wasn't just like a TV for you to watch.
Yeah, I know.
You had like connect your phone to it and Chromecast from your phone to the TV
every time.
So we like cannot watch TV, which is whatever.
We watched a little YouTube and then that was it. Went to bed, woke up, and we didn't venture down to the venue as early as we did last time. It was a little farther, but still it was only like a 10-minute walk.
Because like we knew we were close last time, and I'm just like, I'm not trying to fight with people or be like stand outside for hours. Like we just can go see it. We're already gonna be close anyways, regardless. Like, we're, like, the highest tier. What's the worst? It's going to be, like, third row. Like,
it was really funny, though, because, like, with the people that we met, like, connect with them on Instagram, right? And, like, I was, like, waking up in bed. I was like, so how's it out there? And, like, well, we're already 6, 7, 8, and we were here at 6 a.m. So, in my head, I'm like, oh, we're going to be, like,
Yeah, it's like, it doesn't even matter. Like, why even bother?
I was like, well, we're going to be back there now, right? Like, it's, at this point, 6 a.m.
Well, let's just wait.
So, we just waited till about 40 minutes before the actual check-in. So, like, 1:20, 1:15, something like that. We walked over.
Yeah, we like moseyed on.
And it was on Beale Street, which I guess is famous for like, the blues and such in Memphis. And we had a great spot. We were like, what, 15 and 16? Like we were.
We weren't even 10 spots back from yesterday.
No, there was like we were like thought we were gonna be way far back, and we got there. And we're like, oh, is this everyone? And we're like, yeah. We're like, oh, this is great.
Yeah, the main side is like super crowded, and there's like nobody there.
And when we like kind of were able to check in and look in the venue, we noticed it was a lot bigger than the one.
Oh yeah, because we're like, oh my gosh, we're still gonna be like right in front.
We're like, wow, we're gonna still be really close. Like if not first row, we'll be in the second row.
Literally same results for half the work.
And we just like we waited the 40 minutes, checked in. We did our Polaroid picture again to try and win.
We did, yep.
And I didn't think I would since I won last time. I was like, all right, we gotta at least try because
we're also don't really know how they pick who wins. So I'm like, you never know, maybe they will.
Maybe it's just literally random. But we were trying to get you the Dosey one.
Justin's like, just make sure I'm not in your picture so they know we're not trying to rig it.
I was like, we're trying to get the Dosey one at this point, right? So that was like our big main goal. This was like a way more chill waiting period because there's like no one on this road. The people set up from behind the thing, so there wasn't any like crazy Leo Presents like speakers rolling in or merch rolling in. Like,
yeah,
it was much more relaxed and chill kind of environment, and the theater was really cool.
I will say too, like this. So this was like an actual theater meant.
It was
for,
like a big
music.
stage, yeah.
The other one we went to was not like that.
It was
at all.
so small.
That was more like, oh hey, there's a stage. I see a stage. I see some microphones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we did that. The security guys are kind of like not on the same page as like the actual
Little weird, right?
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually it was cool. I mean, they were cool. It wasn't like, I mean, it's just their job, whatever. I mean, honestly, it's just
Well, I think
a normal Wednesday for those days.
I was gonna say I think they just like were trying to do their job. They just like didn't know.
Because they're like, no cameras, no recording, blah blah blah, and we're like, what are you talking about?
And then he's like, okay, there is recording, but no live streaming. I'm like, okay.
Sure.
And it was weird because that was sound check, and then when the actual show started, it was like on for a few songs, and then like the guy came out and was like, okay, there's no recording from this point on. And we're like, what?
Yeah, it was weird.
And then like a few minutes later, he's like, it's okay.
It's okay. It's okay. We're good.
There was
so there was a lot of miscommunication. But it was fine.
It almost kind of seemed like some of those guys were just starting because they were like kind of coaching them up. You could see some of the guys like telling the others like, this is how we do it here. But the most exciting thing before anything happened was someone else won the Polaroid event.
Oh yeah, I did. I won the Polaroid somehow.
Fog did it.
I was like, sick. I won.
I was like, go get Dosey.
So I go on the thing. People must have been on it because I went back there.
Yeah.
And I talked to the lady, and she's like, "Oh, here you go." And she like gave me a Yuki one. And I was literally like, "How much do I have to pay you right now to get a Dosey one?" She's like, "Well, I'm pretty sure I gave that out to somebody already, so here you go."
Someone was just waiting.
I'm like, "Son of a bitch!" So I was like, "Of course I win something, and I just get a freaking one that I don't really want." Which I mean, I guess they're cool. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe someone else will want it. So I like put it in the Discord chat, and somebody messaged me back immediately, and she's like literally like 8 people down from us.
Yeah, in the same row.
And she traded me Dosey for Yuki, so I got the Dosey Polaroid.
Literally took 5 minutes. Craziest thing ever.
Yeah, I was like, what a sequence of events, because who knew if she'd ever seen it.
Yeah, because we were like, well, at least... Because I was like, we were just saying like, oh yeah, put it up somewhere, and maybe someone from one of the stops. I'm sure there's got to be someone that has a Dosey that wants a Yuki somewhere on this tour. Right, so I thought maybe over time someone would be like hit you up. Didn't realize it was going to be like a 5-minute affair.
Yeah, and I'm like, it's like great, 'cause it's like from the stop we went to.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we were talking about it afterwards, and it's crazy, because if you won them, they took them like before the shows and signed them, right?
Yeah.
So that means there's only 17 stops on the tour, so if for just Dosey, that means there's only 17 of them that exist for this tour in general.
And
so I have one of them.
And one from the one stop.
And there's only one stop from Memphis. There's only one from the Memphis stop.
Yeah.
17 altogether for the entire Headway Tour.
Right.
So he got his one Yuki. So the one Yuki for Little Rock.
Yeah.
And the one of 17 on the tour. So even if you got one from every stop, you only have 17 Polaroids.
Like, it's just not a high number, and it's literally for the Headway Tour, and it's sick because mine and yours, they're like wearing the merch, like the Headway hoodie, and it's sick. It was like, I can't believe like both won. So yeah, I have the Little Rock Yuki, you have the Memphis, Tennessee Dosey. We literally got the ones we wanted. It like couldn't have been any better.
So yeah, 1 of 17.
We both won the event, so
very, very exclusive.
And shout out to our friend who won the Yuki one at wherever they are now. So good.
Apparently everyone
just gets a Yuki one.
So we could have combined them all together and had 3 of the 17 Yukis.
Three. That's a high percent at that point.
But yeah, so that was sick. So mission accomplished there. We got the Polaroids we needed.
I will say, I mean, we went through set list, same set list. They kind of changed up some of the talking points, but it was still good. Like, Purple Kiss is great at communicating, just kind of like with the talking.
Yeah, because it kind of had like a little fishbowl, or I guess not a fishbowl, it's like a giant margarita glass.
Yeah.
Full of like little questions and stuff that people, I guess, put in. I don't even know where it came from.
Yeah.
They just kind of answered some questions or like did some cover dances to like a couple things or whatever.
It was cool. Yeah, it was cool. There was like some other little event things you could enter that people won stuff. That was cool. There was like multiple things you could try and win on the tour. Us being 2 of those winners, it felt pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Not bad at all.
But yeah, that's pretty much, because like I said, the whole set list was the same. They didn't really change.
I will say, I think I liked the Memphis stop more.
Oh, yeah.
It was like the greatest concert ever. Can't lie. It was
weird
so
because
sick.
we like, honestly, we like left when we were in, or I guess we didn't leave. We were sitting at Little Rock. And I'm like, you know what? if we didn't even go to Memphis, I wouldn't be too disappointed because I'm already pretty happy. Because that was like the greatest concert.
No, it was.
It'd be like front row. Everything was great. I really couldn't have asked for anything better.
It was perfect.
Like if I was gonna go to my last show and not see any more groups, then this is pretty much a great way to end it.
It's a good thing to think.
But then we went to the Memphis one, and even though we weren't we were pretty much.
I mean, we were
literally like front row. You can see it in the picture, the group photo. We were like the second row. But the way it worked is we were like right in between the gaps of the other people we were with.
Yeah.
So it's like we were.
It was literally like we're still in the front. Like we were staggered in a way where, and it was nice. You said, I mean, and it was noticeable. Like there wasn't not a lot of like butting up against each other.
There's a lot of space.
Like people kind of had a lot of nice. Like everyone had their own little like personal space, which was kind of nice.
Because
like,
the girls are even like, be careful for all you ployers in the front. You need to not push. Leave space for everybody. And then I was like looking around. And one of the guys who met in front of us literally turned around and was like, this is the most space I've ever had in a show.
I know.
I'm like, the guys behind me like aren't even touching me.
Yeah, I was like, no one was touching you. I was like, it wasn't hot.
And then like the people next to me, if they like accidentally like their clothes would like swipe up against me or something, they'd be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm like, don't worry about it. Yeah. Like, I mean, it was like very, very spacious.
It was awesome. We got just such a good spot still. And we were kind of like a little more like dead center.
We were dead center.
We were like dead center and for that. So that was really cool.
Didn't have to fight for that.
No, we just literally showed up and we got the perfect spot.
But yeah, so that was sick.
It was awesome. I thought it was like the best show I've ever seen. It was so good. The energy was so. I mean, I can't. It was so good.
It's honestly maybe it's just because it was a real stage. It was like a bit. I don't know. It's also the sound system that was crazy.
It was so good.
But I think even though we weren't as close, because the stage also was up higher and bigger.
Sure.
I think it still was way better than when you're like right on this.
Yeah.
You know what? We talked about it, and I said it before. I think there is such a thing as being too close, because.
It was just like a different vibe because the other place was like such a little tiny place. Like it's kind of like they're just completely different in a way. But the one in Memphis was like it was such another level. It almost seemed like they had more energy, which I mean they were great both nights.
Yeah, maybe
the crowd was really good. Bigger. I mean, honestly, I think maybe like I like the outfits more for Memphis too. I just think like
because like when we were at Little Rock, like we were right in the front. I swear, there's like so many times I'm just like. She's like staring right at me.
I just like instantly look away.
This is awkward.
I fold every time, and I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not being a delusional fan here. We got a lot of great attention from Yuki and Dosi. That's what happened.
There's certain times just like you're like looking at me too long.
I feel like I'm targeted at this point. I don't know. I fold.
Like it would be awkward for me to actually watch you at this point. Like I need to look on the opposite side of the stage. Like you're too close to me.
You have the weather app on your phone. Yeah, it's we had a lot of great interactions, but. Memphis was really fun.
Yeah, I think Memphis is better.
It was fun. I really liked the venue. The stage it was like legit.
At this stop, we have our KPK jerseys that we made for anybody who hasn't seen them.
Yeah.
So for the fan sign for this one, I like had them all signed the number on the back of my jersey. So now my jersey's signed by everybody in Purple Kiss.
That was sick.
Because I was like, I don't know how many times I'm gonna wear this or how many more shows I'm gonna be going to.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have them sign this, and this is gonna be like the creme of the creme. I can retire and hang it up someday.
Right.
Like on my wall, I can put it in a shadow box and put it on my wall.
Yeah.
And it's signed by everybody.
Signed by Purple Kiss. No, that was cool.
So I was really hyped about that.
I had the Polaroids signed, or like the me and them Polaroids signed. And Yuki made ears on herself, which was cool. But yeah, it was really fun. It was good. I felt just like way more energy with this one. Like I wasn't like going through all the stuff afterward and stuff. Like I don't know what it was. Maybe we just slept better. Didn't have to. Whatever. I just didn't feel like wow. I'm like exhausted and.
Oh yeah, selfie time was great.
It was awesome.
I mean, it was weird because they were like on it, but at the same time, when I was like, because they'd be like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "Yeah, do whatever." Like it is what it is.
Well,
I feel like there was like a lot of downtime while they were thinking of what to do. And they were like rushing me to like go move on to the next person.
Something about the Little Rock one.
Because there was times in the Memphis one where people would get backed up and they made you move because the other people were still talking to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't rush them. So you had to like move behind the lights until the other person was done.
And I screamed at because I didn't know what they were saying. And they're like, you gotta come over here. I'm like, I didn't know there's because it did get backed up.
So instead of the other people like, hey, you need to go, or like stop, talking to him, like, hey, just wait, and then you would go over to the next person.
I just feel like the Little Rock one, even from like the very start when we were waiting to like the end, everything was like a little more rushed and a little more like tense.
Well, even when the
staff was a little more.
They didn't even have the merch set up.
Yeah. Like, it was just a little bit... Everything seemed a little like they're almost a little kind of like behind, trying to make the time. No one was rude or anything, but like, the staff was a little more like there's way more chill at this stop, and like the
Yeah.
interactions were way more chill.
Because the little Asian lady
My gosh.
came and yelled at us so much for like getting in a straight
Oh,
line. She was way more chill this last stop.
The
in
second
Memphis.
stop, she was like fine, like, but that she's like, get in a straight line.
Like
We're
she
like,
like
we
literally
are
yelled at us.
like all the time, and that's when I was like, okay, we gotta wrap this up because I'm tired of getting screamed at for being in a straight line. Like it was just kind of more tense. Like the photo time was a little more. It was still great, but it just felt a little more rushed, a little more like anxious. But the Memphis stop, none of that. Like it had great energy, the interaction, great poses, great photos.
I will say, at the end it was great because Justin gave me one of his extra tickets because he got an extra one for each stop.
Right.
So he gave me one extra one so I could get one with Dosey. Mm-hmm. So when you do everything, every single person kind of just go down a line. It's like boom,
Right.
boom, 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 boom. You have to
Right.
pick which one you're going to line up in front of like you do when you're just like single pictures, right?
Right.
So I was like, all right, cool. Well, obviously I'm going to go get mine with Dosey, right? So when we got in the line for the single ones, that's when you just kind of line up in front of whoever you want to get pictures taken with because a lot of people don't get everybody. They get like one or two people.
One or two, yeah.
And everybody lined up for like Yuki and Swan. So
Swan's line was so long.
when I got in there, I got straight up to Dosey's one, and it's like literally just me and her. So I was like, what do you want to do? And she literally like sat there like with her face like next to mine thinking for like a solid like 30 seconds before she decided to do anything.
Yeah.
So I mean, we were in a very close proximity for quite a long time because there's nobody in front of us.
Yeah.
It's just like me and her, nobody else was there.
I liked that because
So it's kind of lingered for a little bit. It was great.
Yeah, it worked out like because I had my extra selfie ticket from the other one that I didn't use. And I was like, here, you just take one. And we got back in the little like selfie line, which wasn't even that long. It didn't even take long because I still had an extra one for Memphis and then the old one. So I gave it to you and we went back in. And that was nice because it reminded me of selfie time of a time gone.
A long time
when
past.
when you just get in the line and then they're like and I feel so bad, which I don't actually because I'm sure they're happy to get off work like anyone would be. We're like, all right, no one in Goen's line, and I'm like in the back of Yuki's, and I look over like Yuki's and Swan's are like these mile long, and it's like, all right, Cheyenne, like literally everyone but Swan and Yuki. I swear that I called them out one by one, and they all just left, and it was like Yuki and Swan ended things. But yeah, with my last one, and I always wondered about this, or kind of wanted to try, just never did it. But one of the guys we met showed me that he did it because he's just been to so many freaking Purple Kiss shows.
Even though it's not his favorite group, apparently.
It's not his favorite group. If you're listening, you know what you're saying. I asked you and you hesitated. Not your favorite group. That's just the rules. I was shocked and disappointed. But
that's kind of like when your
very cool
like,
guy.
Do you really love me, or would you love me if I was like a rock? And you're like, no, you wouldn't.
The pause is you're like, wow, really?
You're like, wow, we're done.
But
I'm out of here. I'm going to stay at my mom's.
He showed me it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it because honestly, the selfie I took in Memphis is my favorite selfie I ever taken with Yuki ever. It's like perfect, and I was like, I'm good. I have other awesome photos with her, but that one's like my all-time favorite. So I just went up to her and I was like, can you just take a selfie of yourself? Like, can you just take a photo? And she's like, oh, really? You don't want to be in? And I was like, we have soulmate together and they're great, but like, I just want one of you. And she's like, okay. So Yuki just took a selfie of herself and like gave me my phone back. And I was like, that's sick. It's like my own Yuki selfie that she took on my phone. Like, with
it is kind of weird too, because like in this setup, they're like sitting, so you have to like bend over.
Yeah. I think I took like a knee one time.
Well, like sometimes they're like up higher in the high like stool seats, so
Yeah.
you're kind of like level with them. You're standing.
Yeah.
And other times you've done it, they're like standing there. Well, I mean some are short, obviously, but like standing up next to you. And this are like sitting like normal chairs. So like legit, like so she's like sitting down here, and I'm with Dosey, right?
Yeah.
And I'd like kneel down like this, so we're
Yeah.
like right next to each other. And she's like trying to think of something to do.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I like kneeled down for the Yuki one, and we're like literally like up again, like close. It was, it's cool. It was cool, and it was a really great photo.
I was like, am I supposed to be this close to you right now?
And it was almost a Dia situation.
We're almost cheek to cheek right now. Like, am I supposed to be over here?
I was like, oh my goodness, this security's gonna yell at me. This light is so bright. The little manager is gonna come and punch me in the face.
I will say, I did not hear any of the like security people yelling at anybody.
I
Like,
didn't
hurry
either.
up! Or,
I
like,
didn't
don't
either.
do that. Maybe it's because they weren't like touching them or anything. But
I
they're
didn't
like,
either. Which is good. Good. It went about as like smooth as it was. Really nice.
It is kind of wild too, because like you get the high touch. Obviously, you get to touch them. It's like, oh yeah, we're touching them.
Yeah.
But when you do the selfies, you literally be like, yeah, let's do that. So let's do this. And like most of the time, it's like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, we should do this. So you're like literally touching them. Because one time we're like, Dosey are like fist bumping each other.
Yeah, that was like mine. Well, you need to make a heart, but I'm pretty sure my other ones besides Yukon were all fist. There was like fist pump ones, which I was like, I don't think I ever did that. Sure, let's do it because it was Dosey's idea. But it was really great. It was really fun. I was happy with all those. I mean, they're all, even, honestly, I was happy with the other ones, too, even though I felt like I was falling asleep while it was happening.
Actually, all mine were pretty good, because I just did, like, a thinking pose, you know?
Yeah.
But all of them are, like, they're all doing it, too, so it actually looks pretty good.
Because I didn't even, like, look at them right, I was like, I bet these are horrible, and I looked, I was like, oh, they're pretty good, actually, but...
It's all kind of a blur, because I literally was like, let's just do a thinking pose, and we took the picture, like, 10 seconds, and we left.
And I was like, well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Because, yeah, like, sometimes you try to, like, make a little bit of small talk with them because you're there. You're like, tell them, oh, I liked you in this, or oh, like, check this out.
Yeah.
But I literally was like, they're like, what should we do? I'm like, let's just do a thinking pose. I'm like, all right. I'm like, see you tomorrow. And I walked to the next one. It took like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's get the hell out of here, dude.
I was like, we gotta drive. Like, we will see you tomorrow. You guys did absolutely fantastic tonight. But yeah, it was really great. It did remind me of a little bit of Selfie Time of old, which was the good times. So that was pretty much it. And then we went back to the hotel. Got Taco Bell.
And you know, it's pretty wild that we went through like pretty much every iteration that Leo presents his head of like selfies from when it first started to now.
No, I know. Literally the first ever with Pixie.
What a train wreck.
When it was literally just like...
Some of the funniest, best selfies I've ever got were with Pixie.
I honestly think the best ones are the Pixie ones. When it was like no lighting, no sitting down, they just stand there.
I just remember when we first did it, and I'm like, selfies? Like, what are we supposed to be doing? Like, they just said, is that like they take a picture of us? Like,
that was the... thing. We're like, what does this mean?
And then we walk up there, and I remember Dio was the first one I did, because I don't think I got everybody, or maybe I did, I don't remember.
You did, we did.
And she's like, oh, let me see your phone. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And she like took it, and she like took it, and she's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I
know.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
It was the craziest thing ever. I remember I got the first one with Sua, and like, it was... The Pixie ones were like the best, like just because like the beginning.
I was like,
and it was just so like
I did not expect that.
It's like, all right, guys, go stand there, and everyone gets in a line and like has a ticket, and you know it's all very fancy now and all that stuff.
It's like there's professional lighting, and it's
I
like
know, and it's like so bright.
Each
every
person
time.
has like a ticket taker, like it's crazy.
And it's just like, okay, go. But yeah, we have seen how that's kind of like grown throughout time, but it was really fun. Purki was the best. We had Taco Bell. They did not have large drinks.
Yeah, super weird. Never using DoorDash ever again. That shit sucked.
Yeah.
Paid too much for really very subpar service.
And then we came home. Well.
Oh, no, we went to Justin's favorite place in the entire world.
I've driven by multiple times. Never went. The Bass Pro Pyramid. 10th biggest pyramid in the world. Right there in Memphis, Tennessee. We went to it. Absolutely incredible. Loved it. We ate lunch there. It was beautiful. I mean, we took photos with it.
Most excited I've ever seen him for anything ever.
I was like, oh my gosh. I've never gone to it. And I was like, well, I don't know when I'm going to be back to Memphis, which is usually the kiss of death that will be there in probably 3 months now because we always say that and then stuff pops up. But
the real best part was, it was a 4-minute drive from the hotel.
Oh, yeah. It was like right down the road. You made one turn and you're on like Bass Pro Drive.
We also had some delicious Jimmy John's.
Yep, we did.
Those sub sandwiches
that was
are
before
lifesavers.
The show. We found Jimmy John's down there. Yeah, the Bass Pro Pyramid was awesome. We got some awesome stuff there, and then we drove home. Made a few stops because we had to, but other than that...
also, we got to go experience something I always wanted to experience as well.
Yeah.
And went to Wahlburgers.
Yeah, we went to Wahlburger. or was it
Wahlburgers Wild?
Which was in the Bass
Pro. Which
Pro.
means there's a fish tank in there.
It had a bowling alley kind of connected to it.
Yeah.
It was sick in there, man. I loved it. It was so cool. There's
Go get those truffle fries. Freaking delicious. Best $8 you could ever spend.
Perfect end to the whole journey, even though it was the beginning of the journey going home. But man, it was perfect.
Yeah, we didn't even leave the area we were at.
It was literally like 4 minutes away. It was funny though because Purki asked what was like the famous about Memphis, and
everyone was like yelling random stuff, you know.
What powered through was the Bass Pro Pyramid.
The guy we met there, he literally turned around and goes, "This is your guys' chance to talk about the pyramid." So we started yelling about the pyramid.
Like, pyramid!
And Swan's like, everybody be quiet. I need to hear from one person. And the one random guy's like, the pyramid!
And I was like, yeah, 10th biggest in the world.
We all started
like, yeah, we've never even been yet.
And Dosie's like, what? A pyramid? Let's all go right now.
I know, and they like made the pyramid with their hands. I was like, this is the greatest day ever. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I mean, that's a pretty darn good thing to be remembered by.
Like, how many pyramids have they ever seen?
I think
how many pyramids have I ever seen?
I love the Bass Pro Pyramid. It's massive.
No, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not really a Bass Pro kind of guy or like any type of outdoorsy person, but it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool stuff in there.
Man, then we came
like
home.
Wahlburgers.
I know. Never had it. And the fun fact, we have one here in Springfield.
Also, fun fact about that, I heard today from my coworker it's closing.
Well,
good thing we got
it in Memphis, Tennessee at the Bass Pro.
Since we did not get it in the 7 years it's been here in Springfield.
Literally
a 5-minute drive from your house.
5 minutes away. Never get...
At a store we've gone to multiple times.
Get gas there all the time. Go to the grocery store, get the Caribou coffee. Never been to the Wahlburgers.
Dude, I see it all the time, and I'm like, this is a cool menu. It's like, I ain't eat that shit. Like, I don't want no
I'm not eating a burger.
That's stupid.
Why would I do that? And we did it.
I'm like, wow, this was delicious.
It was really good. It was worth it. Shout out to it closing. I don't know. That's really funny. We tried to eat a hometown place.
The first time we ever tried to stop.
We never do.
At like a local restaurant. Because everyone always makes fun of me at work. It's like, you don't ever eat the local food. You just eat like chain restaurants, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, first off, I know it's going to be good because it's a chain restaurant. Second, I don't have time for that. We like go to do something, we leave.
People don't understand.
Like we're on a time
that we like really don't go to this to do stuff. We go to it to go to the show.
Like I'm not going like a family sightseeing trip here.
Like if the Bass Pro is like 20 minutes out of the way, we would not have done it. It was literally 3 to 4 minutes away. And like on the way out. That's
or if we had like something else we had to do when we got home, but like we had nothing to do, so we just like went.
Yeah,
which is why we tried to eat at a local place.
And we're like, okay, let's actually try and eat breakfast at this thing connected to the nice hotel we stayed in.
I was trying to get some authentic Southern grits.
And the menu looked awesome. It was like a cool breakfast.
And I kid you not, we got sat. Nobody brought us silverware. No one got us water. We sat there for 10 minutes. No service.
And you know what was really telling is we'd like be like, this is kind of taking a while, and we'd look around. And there was like a lot of other people there.
They were there before us.
And just no one had any food.
They just had their drinks. So I'm like, dude, we should get out of here because as soon as they bring us like food or
we don't want to commit.
We gotta like sit there and wait. I'm like, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah, it's
so like we're out of here.
We don't. We
still
have a long drive.
10 minutes for service. Like, come on. It's like 11:10 in the morning. Like, what are you doing?
Well, the person literally dropped off the menu. Like, all right, I'll be right back with silverware. Just never came back.
I don't know what was up.
And I was like, no one has food here. That's a little alarming because how long is it going to take for them to get food, then for us to order? It's just, you think about the logistics, and it's like, we still have to drive like 6 hours home. So
yeah, I'm like, I'm not trying to deal with that. I'm out of here.
I mean, we can, it doesn't have to be rushed, but we just left and we ate Wahlburgers.
So it was totally worth it.
It was good.
Let's call it a happy accident.
I cannot believe that it's closing here. Poor.
I know.
Maybe if we supported it one time.
What timing? I know how all those groups feel now, and they're like, the group disbanded too early. Like, well, you supported it, they'd still be here.
They've been there for 7 years. That really is that situation.
Like, I can't believe this.
Wahlburgers is closing? No way. It's like, have you ever had it?
I've never given a single $1, but this is outrageous.
No, I've never had it. Never even thought about going there.
But yeah, that was really good. Then we came home, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we didn't really do. I mean, the ride home wasn't. It was just chill. We did have some rain for a little bit, but other than that, it was mostly on the highway, so that was good.
Like an actual highway. Oh! We always try to go to the places so I get my magnets for my freaking refrigerator.
Yeah.
Like I want to get like an Arkansas license plate magnet from Arkansas. Couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah.
Didn't even stop in Memphis because I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
But luckily for us, we have a little stop on the way home at a gas station like Farmersville, who for some reason has every license plate magnet for every single state. And it costs like $3 a piece.
It's really weird. It's like Farmersville is a little bit outside of Springfield, going south, like towards St. Louis, which is the way we had to go, or like north, coming back. And it's like a really nice like gas station. It's really nice. It's kind of weird because Farmersville's so like tiny,
so random.
And like one time we were in there because we stopped there a lot, and you saw the license plates of the exact license plates that you get for the K-pop shows.
After I like ordered them and they were like $10 a piece.
It was like super expensive, and you're like, what? No way. So we were like, oh, we can stop there. It's on the way back. It's right close to home. Let's see if they have them. Sure enough, they had what you needed. And last time, I don't know when we went, there's one on the way to Chicago that we don't stop at a lot, but I saw a different, like, it wasn't license plates, but it's still like a different kind of form of like state magnet.
It's like the state shape.
It's like kind of a state shape. It's kind of like, shiny.
It's got like the state bird and like just flag and stuff on it.
It's like a little shiny. I was like, I'll make this like my license plate like you do, and I'll get all. So I got all the K-pop ones, and I was like, all right, well we're going to Chicago and on Sunday, so maybe we'll have to stop there. I'll try to get mine. But sure enough, you turned the little like rotating thing one more time, and there's the ones I needed. So
just that little extra.
That little extra at this random Farmersville gas station has every single state, every single one we need.
And they even had his Canada one. They didn't have a Canada one for me.
And we knocked it out. And so
you just gotta scoop that one that's the flag down there, and I'm like, dude, that's Mexico.
I just saw the red, and I was like, maybe we can just color it in. Yeah, I saw the red. I was like, oh, is that the Canada one? You just need to get that Ontario one, but
there is one online. It costs like friggin' $16 plus.
It's
$7.
so expensive.
It's like $4 shipping.
Our ones were like $2.99, $1.99.
Which, I mean, honestly, it's the cheaper version because our friends tried to send me one from Canada.
Yeah.
Got lost for 3 months, found it, destroyed.
It's just so funny. It's the most random little gas station of all time, and it has every single thing we need. It's the exact way we need it. It's like, oh, sick.
It's not the hero you always wanted, but it's the hero you needed, you know?
I know, but that was a great way
I'm
to
going to go buy the Ontario license plate right now. Ontario, sorry, I don't know why I pronounce it like that.
I wonder if there's a... Because I got a Canada one, but I wonder if there's a Toronto...
You can just get an entire license plate.
Is there an Ontario one of those?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Like, I had it in my shopping cart a while ago.
No, like the one I get. The little, like...
Oh, that? I don't know. I think it's just Canada.
I might just have to stick with the Canada one for that.
But yeah,
it's just so random. It's the most random. It's like a nice gas station, but it's like, why is this all here? And we can't even find it in the actual state.
Yeah, I don't know. I've often wondered that.
But if we need anything else, we can just go there and get it, and it works every time.
Honestly, if we're ever going somewhere else, don't know what size it is, but there's one that's like a 2x3.
Wow, that's cool. It's like a real license plate there. It's like got an actual number on it.
It does. It even has like this little decal. I don't know. This
like
the
month thing.
When you have to like renew your license plate stickers.
Wow.
This one expired December 2016.
Okay. Someone's gonna get a ticket.
But yeah, it was a good trip. It was fun.
It was really fun. It was one to remember for sure. Honestly, it went about like as well as it could have.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty much good for the rest of the year. I don't even know.
Honestly, it was like perfect. It was just shows were great, interactions were great, met friends, ate the food we always eat. Saw the pyramid. Got home. So
what more can you ask?
Like it was good. We had good driving weather, so yeah, it was fun. It was like the best. It really was.
I had a good time. I mean, we got some other shows we got to go to, but
I don't know if anything tops this. It's just like
I will say the long list of shows we went to for them, Memphis has definitely got to be at least number 2.
Yeah,
I think
it's
number 1 for
number
me is
1.
still Chicago.
Yeah, that was really great. That venue is just the best too.
Because the venue was sick. It was an awesome day, and we like just got to sit there, and it was like literally like super. We were like by the stage, but just like super close. We were like over where the stage was at. So
yeah,
like,
the balcony was cool there. That one's really great too. But yeah, I think the Memphis one was like another level, just awesome.
It was really good though.
It was fun.
Good times. Hopefully they come back.
Yeah, I hope. I don't know. We heard the rumor from some people that they're going to come in September. I tried to ask some staff, and they did not. They didn't really seem confident that was happening.
So, do you look really good poker faces? Or
they didn't really say no, but it wasn't one of those things that you were saying like, oh, I don't know, wink, wink. Like, that was definitely not happening either. They're like, well, they could, but there's nothing scheduled. I was like, well, that's great.
That's reassuring.
Just, I don't know. Eventually would be great. Sure. That'll be like they would come out a retirement tour.
The final
countdown, Purple Kiss 2026.
Yeah, I hope everyone else had fun that went because it was super great. If you haven't gone yet, I think there's still some stops in Florida you can catch.
Oh gosh, it's so funny because we're like, oh yeah, obviously I'm super satisfied because it's perfect. But then I just see those videos from the one today, and I was like,
Should just went to Alabama.
One more.
I could have asked for another day off.
Oh, but it's okay. It was perfect. Not gonna be salty.
Yeah, that was great. My idol of the week is just gonna be all of Purple Kiss.
Yeah, they win.
They were great.
They win.
Dosey was great. Everybody was great. Going was just a great bias record. Like all
saw Going with bangs.
Going was just like a
broke the internet
person. She's always like super nice when you talk to her. Like really friendly.
Yeah.
She also always makes like the best selfie ones because whatever you ask her to do, she like really gets into it. And, like makes like faces.
Yeah, she's perfect human being.
She really is.
Everyone's great. Such a great set list. Just so high energy.
Just got to get him in as my idol of the week before next week. It's just going to be someone from Triple S probably.
I know. So young. Yeah, that's coming up in 2 days. So we will see how that goes.
Yeah, I know.
We will see how that 20-degree day goes.
Still a lot of ball to be played.
Honestly. But yeah, mine will just be Purple Kiss too because why not? And all the friends you made along the way. And Leo Presents. You can be the idol of the week too. Good job, guys.
Leo Presents is Austin and his donuts from Leo Presents.
My gosh. I have no idea what they were doing all the time.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Shout out to the staff because they made it all happen.
But yeah, everybody go enjoy your weekend. Have fun. Standing Purple Kiss.
Yeah. Good luck if you're trying to win a Polaroid.
Yeah, good luck. Hope you get one of the remaining 5 they got.
from experience, it's pretty great.
It's pretty easy, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty easy.
I don't know how many people entered, but it's pretty easy.
Pretty easy.
But yeah, we will see you guys next week for something exciting and new.
Love you guys. Peace.
Bye.
Bite me.